Today was a pretty eventful day for MLB, and we're going to discuss all of it. From the best methods to earn PXP in this double PXP week, to how to best prepare yourself for this new legend coming the 25th, to the pack situation that happened today, which if you don't know about, make sure you watch throughout the video, and discussing our Discord where you won't want to miss out. Let's begin with the double PXP methods. Before we even start, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss another video. Click the notification bell, and we stream daily on Twitch. The link is inside of the description, as well as the Discord and other social medias. There are two methods that are very efficient depending on what it is you want to work on when it comes to double PXP week. So playing against the Rockies on away is going to be the hitter's method to get PXP as fast as possible. Now, the difficulty that you play on is going to be up to you depending on how you feel, because rookie might be a little too easy and you feel like you're crushing the baseball, but because the PCI is so big, you keep getting underneath it. So you might scale it up to veteran, which is going to give you more parallel XP. But for hitters, as this is the hitters only method, what you're going to do is you're going to select whichever pitcher you like facing from the Rockies based on the player you select here, because if you select your fifth every time, they will select their fifth every time. And you're going to put into the lineup all the hitters that you're looking to go ahead and grind PXP with. Now, the key factor for this hitters method is you must get to your 8th hitter within that first inning in order for the PXP to count. This has been the most efficient method to grind PXP for hitters for the longest amount of time. So as soon as the 8th hitter completes his plate appearance, you could quit out, or you can continue hitting if your entire lineup 1 through 9 are players that you need PXP for. Now, if you get 3 outs before you get to the 8th hitter, all you do is quit out and you rinse and repeat until you get up to the 8th hitter. For some, it's going to be easier on rookie, others easier on veteran, and hell, some might do it easier even on all-star. The pitcher's method is a bit different. First off, you might want to replace all your hitters with common hitters that you don't care about their offline stats, because you're going to be bunting with all of them, and you're also going to be playing on GOAT difficulty. You might even decide to get a team full of drag bunters in order to do that little method that people have been doing in Diamond Quest. But you're going to face the White Sox, you're going to face them as home, and you're going to pick a big stadium where it doesn't have a lot of elevation, so they won't be hitting home runs. The spring training fields are good stadiums to go ahead and do this at as well, unless you have your own custom stadium, whatever the case may be. And on GOAT difficulty, you are going to select whichever pitcher it is that you're looking to PXP, and you're going to play all 9 innings. And in order to make the hitting a lot faster and solely focus on pitching, with every hitter, all you're going to do is bunt. Now, if you want to also win the game, then maybe select some common players or some players in general that have good drag bunting and speed that can allow you to sneak in 2 to 3 runs. For collections, as you see on this voucher, the 25th, we are getting a new legend. To prepare yourself well, generally, I see a rule of thumb is having 85% of each series when it comes to the player pool. That's generally safe territory. And when it comes to certain series where they reward a player, generally speaking, the player becomes the voucher instead of you having something similar to the voucher card you saw for Jolt. Most likely, Jacob deGrom is going to be the voucher for the Egg Hunt. John Donaldson is going to be the one for the Negro Leagues. And then Anthony Santander, Roki Sasaki, and Leodalis de Vries are all going to be vouchers. On a side note, you might not need to have 85% of all 16 series. What SDS does sometimes is they allow you to get the collection reward by hitting the voucher total necessary up to like 12 out of the 16, and that saves you a ton of stuff. Now, to help yourself out a little bit, know that there are some exclusive rewards to Showdown, especially if you complete it more than once inside of the Jackie Robinson Day. This has a pack at the final boss, which you can choose 2 players out of 4. So completing it twice is going to get you these 4 cards to add to the Negro Leagues, cards which are not sellable inside the marketplace. And the Spring Breakout is going to follow the exact same routine, but instead of completing it twice and getting all 4 players, for the Spring Breakout, you're going to have to complete it 4 times to get all 4 players, as they are also non-sellable. It's not just Showdown though, as Conquest also has specific non-sellable rewards. For example, inside of the East, you get Thomas White, you also get Braden Taylor, and then as of recent, you've been able to get Hilton Smith and Anthony Volpe inside of these conquest maps as well. So you want to make sure that before it goes live, you complete these conquest maps and showdowns in order to make it a little bit easier on your pockets. I will say this, these players can be seen also as investments, meaning you buy them now when they're relatively cheap, and then when the collection goes live, the prices could skyrocket, but that is all depending on how good the collection reward is. If the collection reward is seen as by the community as a player that sucks, then the prices will most likely plummet and you might lose what you went ahead and invested. Enough of that, let's continue with the fun stuff. We have multiplayer 2 program. It has officially dropped, and inside we are now going to be able to get the ranked rewind World Series reward as well as 89 overall Ozzy Albies. My biggest tip when it comes to selecting either or is go ahead and look at your collections and see which one of the two you are closer to completing, meaning having all of the players and selecting the series of whichever of the two that is. But if you feel like you can buy them, then select whichever one you have less. We also have a new event called the Legend Moonshot event. It's probably the funnest event that SDS does out of all of them. You basically go in with common pitchers and you face diamond hitters. In particular, these are only legends or common hitters, and this is also a great way to get some PXP method out of the way for your hitters, for anyone you're looking to P5, because playing online does excel the multiplier by a ton. We also have the second drop missions that are tally 10 home runs, get 5 saves, get PXP with pitchers, extra base hits, and then giving up 3 home runs inside of the event, as well as PXP with Ozzy Albies. So all of these are completable by you just farming the event non-stop, which is great because it doesn't go on your record and you don't have to pay to enter. Before diving any further, we have also launched our official Discord, and when entering the Discord, you get asked whether you want Twitch or YouTube notifications. Select whichever ones you desire, but keep in mind that by selecting either or both, you also unlock more chats, Twitch specific chats, YouTube specific chats, and what this is going to do is whenever I go live on Twitch, it's going to notify you through Discord. Same for whenever I upload a YouTube video, and I talk basically anything MLB The Show to anything RL inside there, so it's a bigger way for us to communicate and grow the community. Diamond Quest has also gotten a stealth update, but it seems like the challenges and the update in general was not working to a T. So they probably are going to re-implement it whenever they update the game again or the next content drop. So what's supposed to be occurring now in Diamond Quest is that inside of the maps, you will have challenges to earn you extra packs. Not only that, but now, or in the future, whenever this is fixed, by facing the sweeper, which is the big red baseball on every single map, you're going to be able to get 10,000 experience, 10,000 stubs, and 5 standard packs. So this might be an unlimited stubs and packs glitch that you can do, although it's not necessarily a glitch. Now this is the fun topic that I saved until last. If you did not know, they had a flash sale today where they went ahead and sold the Randy Johnson chase pack. You could only buy 2, and 85 plus live series pack. You could only buy 2. Now that 85 plus live series pack, it did not have the correct odds because it only allowed you to get players that were either an 85 or an 86 overall, maybe an 87 too, but it was supposed to also allow you to get anything 87 plus. It was supposed to have 1 to 19 odds to allow you to get that, and it did not have it at all. So Scan went ahead and called out SDS on it, and a ton of people interacted with the tweet, and it basically got to SDS, and then SDS went ahead and fixed it. And for anyone that bought those 2 packs, they reimbursed you with 2 additional ones, so you basically got 4 85 plus live series diamond packs for the price of 2, but the first 2 obviously were crappy. The final 2 had a chance to pull you Shohei Ohtani or Mike Trout or Aaron Judge. Talking about this is important because a lot of people might be wondering, why the hell did the price of diamonds drop so much? What should I do next time? And in order to go ahead and get the answers you want, make sure you're inside the Discord. But that is why the market prices have plummeted. So rule of thumb is, whenever there is a flash sale pack, do not buy the packs. Buy the cards either inside of the pack that are being offered, whether it's a promotion pack or live series pack. It's always going to be a lot cheaper inside the community marketplace, and this is also a great time to go ahead and invest whenever the market crashes for live series diamonds. A good example would be someone like Paul Skeens. He was selling for 30K. He's already up to 39K, and without a doubt in my mind, it's going to skyrocket back to 50K probably by the end of the week. Last but not least, make sure you guys get your 3 tiers of community packs available inside the show shop for absolutely free. You have 13 days and 18 hours at the time of this video to go ahead and do that. If you guys did end up enjoying today's content, hit that like button or subscribe button, notification bell. Check out the description for links to the Twitch where we stream daily, Discord community, as well as social media links. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace out.